Hello, Hotei. Yeah, he likes it if you rub his belly. Okay, frequency. Let's talk about some of the different things that can be created with frequency. Firstly, well, this is obviously the two-dimensional version of frequency, like so. And then this right here would be its three-dimensional counterparts, component. I don't know. I'm saying stupid words that I think just to make myself sound big and clever. Because it's the same thing. It's literally the same thing there. You see, but that one's two-dimensional, and that one's three-dimensional. Yay! It is possible to create a bird. It's not a plane, and it's definitely not Superman. It's a bird. Yeah, I did actually. I put some cable ties on these because I wanted to hold them in position so I didn't have to keep messing around to put them all in position. That's why I got so many of them out like that, yeah? This one here, I kind of like this one, right? So if I hold it like that, you can see this five-pointed star. If I do that, there you go, it makes it a little bit more prominent. Five-pointed star. But in reality, you're looking at the 6 units. It's just another way of looking at the same shape, which is interesting because, I mean, I could pull that down like this, if I want, and it creates the fish thing, which is this one here. This is fish, fishy fish, fish, fishy fish, fish, fish. We'll get onto that in a minute. Okay, so if you want, you can create a five-pointed star, but in reality, this is one of those like, this is a cult, yeah, because it's information which is hidden, that which is hidden. Yeah, I'm just messing around with you. Because you can't see other than the fact that it's, it's a yellow and a green line. I did that on purpose, yeah, so that you can tell that there's, two different parts there, yeah. But if you hold it like that, it kind of looks like a five-pointed star, doesn't it, yeah? But it's not a five-pointed star. It's not an inverted five-pointed star either, or anything like that. Ah, look, it's a demon with a really long nose! Shut up. No, not you, not you, me, sorry. I get a bit weird sometimes. Okay. This one is a little pyramid, just tiny little pyramid. Well, it's not like a, full-on pyramid, because obviously you need to put that edge there, that edge there, that edge. It's on and so forth, you go whole. But yeah, like that. This is just another thing that you can create with the frequency. So it's just 6 straws involved in that. Same as all the other things that I'm showing you here, frequency. Just trying to give you an idea as to some of the things that you can do with it. I like this one here because, well, it's a candle. You see that? See? So I go like that. Oh, look, it's a candle. See? It's a candle. That's cool, isn't it? That's cool. Yeah? There's a lot of other things that you can do with all of this, As you can see, if I wanted, I could pull that down like so. And, but that's not the shape that I'm showing because of the form that it's in. If I wanted to show a kind of all-seeing eye, like I was attempting to make with that one, I'd do it like this, which in reality, it's just 2 triangles, isn't it? Yeah? See, 2 straws in the middle there, it's just 2 triangles. Clever, isn't it? So obviously, if I can do the 2 triangles like that, and I pushed it together, it'll make 1 triangle. Boat, 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 building a boat, 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 building a boat. Anyway, just messing around. Because you got the fishies as well. And if you get on your boat and then you go fishing, you can catch the fishies and then you can eat the fishies. And anyway, this is a boat or an ice cream. It's, okay. Yeah. It's also like a kind of arrowhead. It is a little bit, isn't it? Unless, of course, you want to look at it like this, and then you can go, it's a little bit like a dick. Oh, no, we did that one with that right there, yeah? But I didn't want to, I put this in that position because I literally just wanted to show you that it's fish. Fish! And obviously, if I can do the candle thing there, which, this one won't go into the candle position because of how I fixed that point there, but it will go into square position and it will go into all-seeing eye position or 2 triangles that face away from each other. If you want, you can look at it as though it's like a diamond shape that, it's got a line that goes across it. Diamond shapes are actually really important in a lot of the shapes that you come across, yeah? You may have noticed that with some of the other things that I've shown you. So, diamonds, squares, cubes. This right here, well, it's a tripod, isn't it? It's a tripod. See that? It's a tripod. Yeah? Tripods are really important, but you could also consider this a tetrahedron. I'll show you something in a minute that, you know, make you realize that you can actually add an extra triangle into the sequence there, and then, you know, I'll show you. But I fixed that one in the tripod position because I'm also going to show you this right here. Now, this one's not tripod. This one is actually 3 edges of a cube. You see how that works? 3 edges of a cube, which potentially explains 4 of the vertices of a cube. Like so. Yeah? Like that. See? Cube. But you can also turn it into other things, like shapes you may recognize. Yeah. And obviously, if I want, then there's your triangle. And of course, I can turn it back into a straight line because it's just one little line that grows. Oh, I didn't mean to drop that. That's sorry, but yeah, because it's also a 3-pointed flower. Yeah, 3-pointed flower. Okay, now I'm going to reset all this table here with some other stuff, but it's along the same lines as what I was just doing there, and I'll speak to you in a minute. Okay, so let's talk about some of the things that you can do which are further and beyond. The things that we've already looked at just a second ago was 1 unit of 6 and its frequency. And it can be made into a lot of different things, all right? So what if you had 1 unit of 7? What could you do with, sorry, I wasn't showing you that, I wasn't even paying attention to the screen, I was just too busy looking at this thing. What if you had 1 unit of 7? What could you do with that? Well, you could do several things with that. I like this one because it's all fixed in place. Some people like to think it looks like the eye of Sauron. You know, all-seeing eye. All-seeing eye. No, it's not scary at all, is it? It's just some stupid straws put together, man. You know. But this is 1 unit of 7. You can blatantly see that there's 6 blue straws and there's 1 orange straw that goes through the center of it. I nearly broke that one. Clever. But what else can you do with it, you know? You don't have to fix it with the cable ties like I did. That was just to keep it in that position so that I can show you that it is 1 unit of 7 and, you know, all the stuff that you can do with it. In reality, just start thinking about the stuff that you've already done with the previous version. But the only difference is you'll never be able to break it down any further than this. It won't break down any further. Do you see what I mean? Because think about it, yeah? You've now put an extra line into the sequence and, you know, just go and make it and have fun with it. I don't really care what you do with it. I don't care if you think I can't do anything with it, to be honest with you. Because I'm just going to show you some more stuff now, all right? In reality, even though you can add more into the sequence there, I mean, what are we really looking at? If you want, you can turn it into a 1 unit of 9. This right here is a unit of 9. And of course, as you saw, I just picked it up and it was in a tetrahedron position. And then you can, you know, start turning it into frequency positions and stuff like that. But again, it's weird because it won't break down into anything other than that. That's the furthest you can break it down. Okay? So, you know, if you want, go and have some fun with that as well. There's lots of things that you can do with 1 unit of 9. It just depends on how you want to perceive what it is that you're looking at. Do you like the idea of that particular version? Me personally, if you're going to use a 1 unit of 9, then I would suggest something like what Hotei's got here. Yeah, this is also in tetrahedron form, but we're going to put that back over Hotei because he likes that. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you can see that's good. That's good. It's just rub his belly because, you know, he's a good old boy. I like Hotei. I'll show you this one instead. All right. So what it is, it's literally the frequency thing that you can do anything you want with. But the convenience of having Like, because if you just add like one extra line into it, then you got the issue of not being able to break it down. Now, admittedly, you still can't break it down any, further than that right there, because you got this extra triangle going on then, right? But it also gives you the opportunity to literally show the tetrahedron. So you can still create everything that you were creating before, but how can you apply this triangle into the system now, So what I'm saying is, even though you can add more to it, I would recommend personally, because this is my game, I'm the one who's creating it, and I call it Tetra, and it doesn't matter what version you're playing here, all right? This is my game, all right? Intellectual property, yeah? You need to add just one triangle into the system, and then you can start having even more fun with the whole thing. There's a reason why that happens, and in some ways it's not as easy to explain as I'd like it to be. In other ways, it's really, really simple to figure out, but go and make several versions of it and start figuring it out for yourself, and then you'll see. But there's another version that I like as well. That's, I don't know why I just realized that's the same as what I just showed you. I have no idea why I put that one there. I have no idea. Anyway, sorry about that. There is this one, which... Because I want you to know that I did go out and go out on my way and I tried lots of different things. I did, yeah. There's so many different things that I tried. It's unreal, okay? Variation upon variation. I even tried doing frequency with squares, yeah. I got that. I was gonna put that. I was gonna put it on the video, and I thought, nah. If anybody wants to do that, they can do it themselves, yeah. And then you can start looking at three-dimensional space and how you can create. It's really clever what you can do with that. Actually, now that I mentioned, I might actually show you that in another clip, yeah. But this right here, well, you got your frequency again, yeah. Obviously, you got your frequency there, okay. But with this, I've put two triangles in it, because at one point I thought, well, what if you had two triangles into the whole thing, and then you could do, whatever. It's just, if you want to do that sort of stuff, then by all means go ahead. But I'll show you in a little while something with like the octahedron stuff and how the two triangles become relevant, yeah? So even though I was on the right path with the advancement of it, it's not so practical just with the normal frequency. If you want to go more advanced than a triangle and you're doing frequency, then this is where it gets really weird. So again, this is it's the same frequency that you all know and love, because that's the whole world's going to play with this eventually, right? Oh yeah, whatever. Yeah, right. Yeah, someone's probably going to come and find me and kill me because I tell the truth too much and I come up with crazy ideas like this, yeah? Illuminati, yeah, screw you. Anyway, I hope any kids didn't see that. Really sorry about that. Yeah. Anyway, I like to do this thing. It's this weird kind of shape here where, if you want, you could consider it a diamond. But I like to have it folded over like this for a reason. Now, if you desire, you can turn it into a square, and you can move it around and stuff, and you can turn it into a straight line and all that sort of stuff as well. There's a reason why I like to add this in there, because if you look at tetrahedron, well, this just screams tetrahedron to me, this thing right here. Honestly, you'll see what I mean. There's a lot of diamond shapes, and they just kind of bend, like that. So if you add one of those into frequency again, you start making all the other stuff that you've seen before, and this one, fortunately, breaks down into one piece, like that, yeah? So it's just another little game for you to play, more fun to be had. But then there's also this idea where you get 2 units of frequency, 2 units of 6 put together like so. You can do lots of different things with them, be silly and stuff, and look at that right there, because technically you could create other objects out of that, which would be like an 8-pointed object, an 8-sided object, but it's 2 tetrahedron that point at each other. So, you can start adding your extra triangles. Yeah, whatever. You want to enjoy that one. I just like to show you this because I want you to see that, again, there's lots of different things I tried, lots of different variations, and you may actually think, oh, well, I'm going to go and try that and put those together, and I'm going to come up with something, and unique and whatever. Just go and try it. Try them out, yeah? So it's just 2 different frequencies woven together, And be careful, because you can get really lost and confused on these things as well. Yeah? And now back to Hotei. This one, I know, because like I showed you the one earlier where it's like the frequency with the triangle added into it. But because I've got the frequency here, like this, yeah, I got the frequency there like that, and then I know that I can just lift that up and I've got the triangle like that. Now that may remind you of I showed you the tetrahedron thing, didn't I? Yeah. Hopefully you've seen that one by now. It depends on how people have edited these videos, because I intend to send this to loads of people. Yeah. The reason why I've woven that one in there is because if you want to keep that triangle as a fixed unit, then you can. But you've also got to remember that you'll never be able to break it down any further than the triangle itself. Yeah? So again, it's how you perceive what you're looking at and what you decide that you want to do. And as you can see, it unweaves itself. That's strange, because I know this happens all the time, yeah? If you don't leave it in that position, or when you bend it down, if you don't lift it back up in the exact way, it will unweave itself. So you could put it into the tetrahedron position again. Oh, hang on, it's that side. We'll do it that way. Put it back into what could be the tetrahedron position, and then you take your little triangle thing here, and you weave take that one apart, and then you take that little bit apart there like that. And it just weaves them in. You don't really need to do that, that's fine. That's fine. So anyway, octahedron next.